Hey folks, Adam here, your resident security camera expert, and we're checking out these aosu. This is a 4K UHD security camera system with hub that I absolutely love. Now, if you've watched my videos, you've probably seen me in well over 100 different security camera and security system videos, but I have to say that this was the easiest to install of all the cameras that I've had a chance to use. So let's go ahead and check it out and kick it off right about now. So what separates these cameras from the competition? First and foremost, you don't need to subscribe to any big budget systems, cloud systems, to manage your video. They have a very easily incorporated hub. In fact, the installation was so simple. Plug in the power, plug in the Ethernet cable, turn it on, it automatically pairs with the app. It was that easy. Turn on both cameras, they automatically pair with the app. So that was a very nice and an advantageous aspect of the system that made it very, very easy to use. Now, they have a beautiful LED light on the front, which makes it very easy to illuminate the night out here on the back porch. We like to have a little bit of light so we can know what's going on. We can click that on at a moment's notice, but this works well in both bright conditions and dark conditions. This even uses the latest AI for detection of home security threats like burglars, thieves, and just motion detection, and it's able to tell the difference between something that should be moving and something that shouldn't. So that's very smart there as well. And I love the 4K camera. Now 4K is the latest, and they've given you a large enough hub to store that data. One of the problems with a lot of cameras that are in 4K is there's no place to store the data, so you have to turn the resolution down. Well, this gives you a good bit of memory to where you don't have to worry about that. And in fact, you're not paying for cloud storage, and you're able to get very crystal clear image when you need it. So that's nice as well. Now, on top of all of that, I love the fact that this has a beautiful solar camera built into the top of the camera. That means that it's constantly charging in the sun, and you've got a multiple camera system, and the device and the app is set up to take additional cameras without a problem. So it is powered by the sun. That's really nice that I don't have to worry about a power outage. I'm still getting recording to the local device. That's important. Setup was probably the easiest of any of the camera systems that I've used. They've just done a great job of competing with the big brands without sacrificing quality and making it hard to install. On top of that, you can live stream across 4 on one screen. So this is really cool. You can see a lot of what's going on, and you can share that live stream. You can have multiple users checking out that as well. So very important. And you can see 4 zones at a time. That is really, really impressive. I love the system, honestly, and I've just been very impressed with their overall technology and ease of use when it comes down to it. Now, the two-way talk, which we'll demonstrate here in a moment, is pretty impressive as well. One of the nice things I like is they've got a little voice changer. So you can make yourself with a deeper voice, and that could be more intimidating if you're telling someone to get out of your yard, or maybe you just want to be anonymous. It seems like you've got a security monitoring system saying, hey, please leave my yard, please leave my whatever. That's going to help quite a bit. The kids throw a ball over the fence, you tell them to get out of your yard, they're not hearing your voice, they're hearing a much more dominant voice, if you will. And then of course it's got color night vision with that big LED camera. That is impressive as well. And it's easy setup, easy reset, and again, the app is very fantastic with a lot of settings, and we'll go over those settings here in a moment. But yeah, folks, if you're looking for a fantastic device, something else I gotta say is that this company has been making high-quality devices without breaking the bank for a long period of time. That's 4K UHD video, and again, unlike the competition, they give you plenty of room to store that video. It has intelligent person identification to where it can recognize individuals, say on your back porch, on your front porch, wherever they may be in front of the camera. That helps. That the technology is advancing to the point where it can actually recognize individuals, and it has vehicle identification as well. So you know if your spouse is pulling in the driveway, if a strange vehicle has pulled up, that's going to be impressive. Now the local storage, of course, is expandable. Yeah, I believe it's 16 terabytes, which is very impressive because most of these systems don't have the ability to expand, and 16 terabytes is going to store you pretty much practically unlimited video. I don't know, you're gonna have a hard time maxing that out. I think all of my 5,000 videos that I've recorded for my social media only is 4 terabytes. So when you've got that kind of storage ability, you're talking tons and tons and hours, if not years and years of footage, all at the touch of your hand. So folks, touch of a button. So folks, if you're looking for something that is high quality, durable, reliable, this is impressive. It's even got wall climbing detection. So if somebody's climbing the fence on the other side of your yard, it's going to notify you. And the notifications are very intuitive. It'll tell you all sorts of things, and those notifications can be silenced if you don't need so many notifications on your phone. I know I've silenced a few myself over the years, but they can turn on notifications and only notify you when something important is happening. And that saves you time from being notified every time a bird goes by, right? Some of those older systems show any motion, and then that becomes completely useless because you get too many notifications. So folks, let's go ahead and check out the two-way audio. This has a great speaker and a great microphone, so let's check that out first. So one of the most important aspects to this is the two-way audio, so I can tell somebody to get out of my yard or tell the kids it's time to come in for the day.
Kids, it's time to come in for the day.
I can even turn on an alarm. All right, folks, so this even has voice alerts that are automated, so we can have it tell people certain things. Here's some examples.
Please put the package at the door. Thank you. Hey, what are you doing here? Please get out of here now!
Isn't that pretty cool? And another thing that I really like about this system is that it uses facial recognition as well as vehicle recognition to know my face versus somebody else's. So if I'm walking up the driveway, that's fine, no big deal. But if a stranger's walking up the driveway, well, it'll notify us. All right, folks, so I do want to talk about some of the features that this camera and entire system has that a lot of the competition isn't even close on. Now, first off, the smart notifications, very intelligent, very easy. Will notify you on your phone if anything's going on, and it's smart enough to know, say if somebody's climbing over a fence or somebody's acting suspicious. That's part of the AI that is associated with this. Now, the AI Smart Search, you can also use the search portion of this to find particular activity. Somebody drops off a package, someone jumps over the fence, whatever it may be, there's a dog. You can use AI to search so you're not going through hours and hours of footage. And I gotta say, that has been truly fantastic for us, that it's cut down the search time. Because if you know anything about security systems, the hardest thing is trying to find that moment, you know? The security system is gonna monitor 24/7, 365, and you're looking for 3 seconds. Well, the smart search features makes this very different. It also has the daily watch reports. So if you wanna know exactly when the stuff goes down, you can look through and be like, oh, at 4:05 there was a car, an unknown car. At 5:10, I got home from work. And at 6:30, a package was dropped off. So those daily watch reports are very important. Same thing with those security briefings, that the app is able to identify and give you all the information you need at a glimpse. Instead of having to scroll through, 3 weeks worth of footage, you can find out, hey, what happened today? Perfect. What happened yesterday? Perfect. Very smart and very intuitive, unlike anything we've seen before. Now again, folks, the system doesn't just monitor people. It lets you know if somebody unidentified is in the yard, if it's someone you know. It's smart enough to give you that full report that you've been looking for. Again, the smart notifications, unlike anything I've seen before. I like the fact that it even identifies your vehicle versus someone else, and that fence defender. If somebody's climbing the fence, it knows it. It's able to give you information about this, and if somebody's jumping in your backyard, you want to know it, this takes care of you and lets you know all that and gives you very smart notifications to make it easy for you to identify. So folks, this is all part of the AI-driven ecosystem. aosu's SolarCam P1 Max with Home Cortex. That's home security that's a step ahead. So whether you're talking about that fence security that we've been talking about, whether you're talking about being able to recognize an individual person and know them by name, and the smart driven notifications that let you know, hey, Steve's home from work, or there's an unexplained man on the front porch. You get those notifications, and this is something that is truly, like I said, security that's a step ahead. All right, folks, so something else I want to show you is the ease of use of the app. You can see we're right here on camera with a 4K image. That's absolutely beautiful. Then we've got your voice alerts, your alarms, your talk, your tone. We've shown you those before, but very cool.
Please get out of here now.
And I don't have to say anything. You got the voice changer, and you can even turn on illumination. Very straightforward. And you can go to your playback to see the major events and things that are happening with your devices. Got intrusion areas, parking areas, and all sort, so you can go ahead and set different areas on your device very intelligently. Okay, now there's a series of settings for your home device. You can add your vehicle, identify different people, look at unrecognized people, and you can even see how much storage is used. So very intuitive, and you can see we have 2 solar cams set up right now. Very cool. Now on top of that, you can go to the individual camera settings, turn the camera on and off. You can share the device with a friend, AI surveillance, human detection, intrusion detection, vehicle detection, parking, lawn surveillance, pet guide, etc. So very smart there. Video settings, privacy settings, battery management, sleep schedule, the LED light status. You can even tie it into your Echo device or your Google Home. So lots going on there, and I love the AI surveillance. You can turn to start a function, detect human shapes, send notifications, and filter them out. So very cool there. And you can see, we can even see our notifications that it detected an unfamiliar stranger, there's motion, or unfamiliar spotted, someone has been detected on multiple cameras. Ooh, very interesting. All right, folks, regarding the night vision, you've got the black and white night vision, the color vision, and you can turn off the infrared light, etc. So very easy to adjust. I'm not going to be able to show you all the options here because this thing is just so robust. And of course, folks, with the night vision, you can go the light, the infrared, black and white, or color. Lots of options here. This is just a very good camera. That 4K is really rocking it. All right, folks, and just so you can see, we did put this into our utility room. Here's the hub. All I had to do is connect the internet cable, which was included, and then the power, and it pretty much automatically connected with my cameras, which was really nice, and it was already connected into the internet. So very straightforward there. One other thing I really like is that with each zone, you can set kind of different settings, where you can have like, oh, I don't want any I don't want any notifications in this zone, but I want to be notified if there's any movement in this zone. That can be very important if you're a parent or if you've got some precious belongings you don't want people touching or messing with. And of course, the easy ability to identify cars, specifically your car, is very unique to this device. All right, folks, so I'm really very happy with this device. They've just done a great job here. We've got dual cameras set up in our backyard, easily connecting to the Wi-Fi, nothing I have to do. The notification process is simple. The installation is easy. The quality is nice. I love the weather resistance that I can leave these out here. And that solar panel on the top, they've made these solar panels so much smaller. A lot of devices, you have to install a separate solar panel and it doesn't keep the device running 24/7. This is able to keep the device running 24/7, and they give you all the mounting apparatus and brackets that you'll need to make your device work for you. Folks, my name is Adam. We're looking at the best of the best. It's time to go ahead and pick this up so you can forget the rest. What are you waiting for? All the information in the description. Check it out for the best prices possible. All the deals and discounts, make sure to check that out. You know I love you, but it's time to get to shopping. Goodbye, my friends.